Now, senior royals have joined King Charles for his ceremonial birthday with the traditional Trooping the Colour.
The parade involved 1,400 service members, including 400 musicians, as well as a gun salute and an Air Force fly past. Amazing pictures coming out of that. Joining us now is royal commentator Juliet Rieden. Juliet, great to have you in the studio.
Hello there.
Morning.
Did you enjoy the parade?
I did, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we always hope for a little bit more bad behaviour from Prince Louis. That did not happen this year.
No, but I saw that the Sydney Morning Herald was focusing on Prince George's trying to hold in a sneeze, apparently, during God Save the Queen, but God Save the King, I beg your pardon. Yes.
Who was there this year?
Look, we saw on the balcony, which is that moment when we see the royal family out there in force. There were just 14 this year, very much the slimmed down monarchy. I mean, if you think back a few years, back when Queen Elizabeth II was alive, that balcony used to be packed, didn't it? Absolutely dripping with members of the royal family. Just 14. The Duke of Kent there on his own. Of course, the Duchess of Kent died last year. He's 90 years old.
Wow.
We had, of course, the Wales family there, all of the Wales family, Prince William, Princess Catherine and the three children, Prince George towering over his members of the family. In fact, taller than the King now. I mean, he's only 12 years old. He is shooting up. And I think, you know, strangely, that seemed to be the headline, didn't it?
Now, usually King Charles used to ride in the procession. He hasn't done so for the last 3 years or so.
No, he hasn't done so. You know, he's 77 years old, of course. He sits in the carriage with Queen Camilla. Prince William was riding, Princess Anne was riding, and Prince Edward were riding. So just there behind the King, flanking the King, Princess Anne as gold stick this year. So, you know, traditionally, the gold stick is there to sort of bash off anyone who's going to attack the King. That hasn't happened for decades and decades and decades. So it is very much a ceremonial role. Lots of pomp and splendour there.
Yeah, and the Brits are great at that, and it draws in huge crowds. What's it all for, though? Why do they do it?
Well, it's Trooping the Colour, so it's to celebrate the King's birthday, the official King's birthday. It's not his actual birthday, but they moved the public celebration of the birthday to June because that's in the summertime, so the British public can come out in the summertime. You know, Trooping the Colour, it's a different colour every year. This year it was the Grenadier Guards who were trooping the colour. The colour is the flag that when kings went out in battle was held at the front to say, this is where we are now. This is where we are on the battlefield. Follow this colour. And every year a different colour is trooped, and every year the King inspects his troops.
I love the fly past too.
The red arrows are incredible. There's less of them this year.
Why is that?
Well, they've had some trouble with a couple of the planes. They're too old.
Oh, right. I see.
Anyway, but there's less. They're still spectacular. It brings London to a standstill. Yeah. All of the forces take part in this, don't they?
They do. Yeah. They do. And it's a very big deal. Every year they practice it and practice it. I mean, watching it, the last one I was at was the Platinum Jubilee one for the Queen. I actually thought that Princess Catherine's pale blue and white outfit, which was actually a Catherine Walker outfit, looked very similar to the last outfit we saw the Queen wear, which was also pale blue and white. Nobody's really picked that up, but I wonder whether she was paying tribute to the last time we saw the Queen in trooping, which was, of course, in the year of her death, 2022.
Do you know, Juliet, you were talking about how there are fewer royals on the balcony, and you were talking about how the fly past too is sort of narrowed down a little bit more as well. But the crowds are still there.
Crowds were there.
Crowds still turn out.
It was a beautiful day. That helps, but the crowds always do turn out. They line the Mall. It's a wonderful display. Once the procession has come through, they open up the front, the forecourt there, and if you're actually there watching, you see everyone rushing through. It's a wonderful display. There were, of course, a few protesters, only 12, I understand, from Republic, who now turn up at all these events and raise their yellow umbrellas that, have a pun on the rain, of course. And but they weren't very many, and there was a lot of booing for them, which is interesting, I think.
And talking still about the less royals being there, King Charles, right from the coronation, said we're not going to do it quite as big as it used to be done. Very mindful of cost of living and all that, but also, one of his sons lives in America and isn't part of a working royal family. His brother is not seen in public at all, and his children used to be at these sorts of events as well. So the scaling back, and as you say, a death in the family as well. You would see the royal family going more in this direction. You will just focus on the King, the Queen, and the Duke and Duchess.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, it's interesting that the Duke of Edinburgh's children are not involved, Lady Louise and Lord Severn. Neither of them are working royals at the moment. They may well become working royals once they've completed their education. They are often at events at the horse show, and we do see Lady Louise around quite a lot, but they were not there on the balcony today. Or yesterday.
Nor Princess Anne's children.
Nor Princess
One of whom got
Anne's
married last week.
Yes. Peter Phillips got married. So, again, they're not working royals, those two. They have appeared in the past. They are quite popular. But I think if you're going to make a rule, it has to be across the board. Beatrice and Eugenie, of course, are keeping a low profile because of what is happening with her parents, especially with Andrew Mountbatten Windsor at the moment.
Yeah.
It's a very colourful event. Thank you for talking us through it. Juliet, thank you.
Pleasure.